Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive.
It's good to be back.
Today, we're diving into a collection of African proverbs and philosophical concepts.
Yeah?
I have to admit, every time I delve into these proverbs, I'm just struck by how much wisdom is packed into such short phrases.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to explore how these ancient sayings can be surprisingly relevant to our lives today.
They offer a unique lens for understanding the world and our place in it.
Absolutely. And I think one of the most profound concepts we'll be looking at is Ubuntu, often translated as I am because we are.
It's a powerful philosophy.
Yeah, it really emphasizes that our well-being is deeply intertwined with the well-being of others.
Right. It highlights that interconnectedness of humanity.
And when I think about Ubuntu, I always come back to that memorable quote, "A person is a person through other persons."
Yeah, that one really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it?
It does. It suggests that we discover our full potential and humanity through our interactions with others.
Yeah,
So it's not just about being nice. It's about recognizing that fundamental interconnectedness.
Exactly. We all thrive when we support each other.
So I'm curious, thinking about Ubuntu, where do you see opportunities in your own life to put this philosophy into action?
That's a great question. I think it starts with simple things like being more present and attentive in my interactions with others. Really listening and trying to understand their perspectives.
Yeah.
But it can also extend to bigger things like volunteering in my community or advocating for social justice.
Absolutely. And that actually connects beautifully with another proverb we have. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Ah, yes, that's a classic.
This one highlights the power of collaboration.
It does. It reminds us that while individual ambition can bring quick wins, lasting success often requires teamwork.
And we see this reflected in so many African cultures.
Right.
From traditional farming practices to community building projects.
It's about recognizing that we can achieve so much more when we work together.
Yeah, I think about those times when I tried to do everything myself and just ended up feeling overwhelmed and burnt out.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It is. So where in your life could embracing collaboration lead to a breakthrough?
I think in my creative work,
Okay.
I've always been a bit of a solo artist, but lately I've been feeling the need to connect with others, to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
It's amazing how just having that sounding board
Yeah,
can spark new ideas and really push you forward.
absolutely. And these proverbs speak to another important quality, resilience, a quality that's so deeply valued in African cultures.
Yeah, and one proverb that really captures this for me is, however long the night, the dawn will break.
That's a powerful one.
It reframes challenges as a natural part of life.
Right. It's not about pretending things aren't tough, but finding that inner strength to move forward.
It's about that growth mindset, seeing obstacles as opportunities to learn and grow.
Exactly.
It's not about pretending things aren't tough, but finding that inner strength to keep going.
Absolutely. And that resonates with another proverb.
Okay.
No matter how long the river, it will reach the sea.
Oh, I love that one.
This one speaks to the value of patience and trusting the process. Sometimes reaching our goals requires a steady, persistent effort, like a river carving its path over time.
It really makes me think about all those times I've given up on things too soon. Expecting those instant results.
It's easy to fall into that trap.
Yeah? Have you ever experienced that?
Oh, countless times. But over the years, I've come to appreciate the beauty of slow, steady progress.
Yeah, and I think that's where that patience piece comes in. Because if you think about your own goals, where could embracing patience lead to greater peace of mind?
That's a good one. I think for me, it's about learning to enjoy the journey, not just focusing on the destination.
Yeah, being present in each step of the process. Right.
And trusting that things will unfold in their own time.
Absolutely. And I think that leads us beautifully to another theme that's really woven throughout African wisdom. And that's the connection to nature.
It's a profound connection.
Yeah, this proverb. When the roots of a tree begin to decay, it spreads death to the branches. It's a potent reminder of how interconnected we are with the environment.
Right. It highlights that our well-being is dependent on the health of the natural world.
And it's not just about appreciating nature's beauty.
No.
It's about recognizing our responsibility to care for it.
Exactly. We're part of nature, not separate from it.
And I'm always struck by the sustainable practices and the deep respect for nature's cycles that we see in so many African cultures.
It's a wisdom that's been passed down for generations.
This makes me wonder, what small step could you take today to strengthen your own connection with nature?
Oh, there's so many possibilities. But I think for me today, it would be to simply spend some time outside, maybe go for a walk in the park or sit under a tree.
Yeah, just to be present and appreciate the beauty around us.
Exactly. And that leads perfectly into another proverb that embodies nature's wisdom.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
The river does not boast of its power, but cuts through rocks with persistence.
Wow, that's beautiful.
This one highlights the power of consistent effort and adaptability.
Yeah, and I think it's a reminder that sometimes a gentle, persistent approach can achieve more than brute force.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about working with nature's rhythms rather than trying to force our will upon it.
This makes me think about all those times when I've tried to force things to happen instead of trusting the process.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Have you ever had an experience like that?
Oh, countless times. I'm sure I could tell you stories for hours.
Well, maybe we'll save those for another time.
Okay.
But I think it's a universal experience, right?
Absolutely. We all have those moments where we try to control things that are beyond our control.
Oh, yeah. Definitely those times when you're pushing and pushing for something and it just keeps
Yeah.
meeting resistance.
And it's almost like you got to take a step back and go, okay, what's the river doing here? It's flowing around it.
Exactly.
All right, we may need to adjust my approach.
Yeah.
Speaking of adjusting our approach, I want to talk about storytelling and oral traditions. Such a rich part of African culture. And this proverb, until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter.
Ah, that's a powerful one.
Really got me thinking about whose voices are missing from our narratives.
It's a reminder to be critical of the stories we hear and to seek out diverse perspectives.
Absolutely, because those dominant narratives can really shape our understanding of the world.
Yeah, they can perpetuate stereotypes and biases.
And that's where oral traditions come in, with that emphasis on passing down knowledge through generations. They hold such a wealth of wisdom and cultural memory. Absolutely. And they often provide a counter-narrative to the dominant ones.
Right. It makes me think about the importance of listening to elders and honoring their experiences.
Yes, there's so much we can learn from those who have come before us.
As they say, an old man sitting down can see farther than a young man standing up.
That's a good one.
I'm curious what stories from your own family or community have shaped your worldview.
You know, I think about the stories my grandmother used to tell me about her childhood in rural Ghana, about the importance of community and resilience.
Wow.
And those stories have stayed with me. They've instilled in me a deep appreciation for my heritage.
Those personal connections to these proverbs are just so powerful.
They are, aren't they?
And speaking of resilience, the proverb, when there is no enemy within, the enemies outside cannot hurt you, reminds me that true strength often comes from within.
It does. It's about cultivating inner peace and self-belief.
So we can better navigate external challenges.
Exactly, when we're grounded in our own sense of self.
Right, we're less likely to be swayed by outside forces.
Right, and we're better equipped to handle adversity.
We often focus on overcoming obstacles in the outside world. But this proverb encourages us to turn inward, to examine our own thoughts and beliefs.
It's about recognizing that our biggest battles are often fought within.
That inner work can be just as challenging as facing those external obstacles.
More so sometimes.
It reminds me of the proverb, the wind does not break a tree that bends.
Oh, yes, that's a beautiful one.
Adaptability and a willingness to adjust our approach.
Those are key.
To navigating life's inevitable storms.
Exactly. It's about being flexible like a tree swaying in the wind.
And not breaking under pressure.
Right. We can weather those challenges and emerge stronger on the other side.
Where in your life could embracing a more adaptable approach be beneficial?
I think in my relationships.
Okay.
I can be pretty stubborn sometimes. So learning to bend a little.
Yeah.
To compromise.
Meet people where they are. Exactly. Yeah. That could definitely strengthen those bonds.
And it's interesting because we often think of strength as being rigid.
Right.
But this proverb suggests that true strength lies in flexibility.
It does. And it's a lesson that nature teaches us time and time again.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about spirituality. Something that's so deeply woven into African wisdom.
Yes. It's a fundamental part of the worldview.
And this proverb, rain does not fall on one roof alone. really speaks to the interconnectedness of all beings,
It does. It reminds us that we share a common human experience.
and that we're not alone in our joys and sorrows.
Exactly. We're all part of something larger than ourselves.
It makes me think about the importance of compassion and empathy.
Absolutely. Recognizing that everyone is going through their own unique journey.
And in many African traditions, there's a profound reverence for ancestors.
Yes, they're seen as guides and protectors.
What are your thoughts on the role of ancestors in shaping our lives?
Well, I think they provide a sense of continuity,
Go ahead.
a link to the past.
Their wisdom and legacies continue to influence us, even if we're not consciously aware of it.
And that leads to the proverb, the ancestors plant trees whose shade they will never sit under.
That's a beautiful image.
It really illustrates that concept of legacy,
It does. It suggests that our actions today can have a lasting impact.
extending far beyond our own lifetime.
Exactly. We're all part of a larger story.
It's a powerful thought. It reminds me of the responsibility we have to future generations to make choices that benefit not just ourselves, but the world around us.
And to leave a positive mark on the world.
And speaking of choices, let's explore another key theme in African wisdom, relationships.
The foundation of a good life.
The proverb, one who eats alone cannot discuss the taste with others,
Oh, that's a good one.
highlights the value of shared experiences.
It does. It reminds us that our lives are richer and more meaningful when we have strong connections with others.
It makes me think about the African concept of Ubuntu, that sense of I am because we are. Exactly.
It's about recognizing that our well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others.
What steps could you take to nurture and strengthen the relationships in your life?
I think for me, it's about being more present, really listening to the people I care about.
Yeah. Putting away the distractions and
Yes, being fully engaged in those interactions.
And when it comes to those inevitable conflicts that arise in relationships, the proverb, the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth.
Oh, that's a powerful one.
It's a stark reminder of the consequences of exclusion
It highlights the importance of creating a sense of belonging.
and the need for understanding empathy and communication and resolving conflicts.
Absolutely. When people feel seen and heard,
Right.
they're less likely to lash out.
It's a reminder that even when disagreements occur,
Yeah.
it's crucial to approach them with respect,
Mm-hmm.
understanding, and a willingness to find solutions that benefit all parties involved.
Exactly. Conflict can be an opportunity for growth.
If we approach it with the right mindset.
Yes, and with a focus on reconciliation.
Now let's turn our attention to a theme that's essential for a fulfilling life. Gratitude and contentment.
Ah, yes. Those are key ingredients.
The proverb, even the best cooking pot will not produce food,
I like that one.
reminds us that while resources and opportunities are important, success ultimately depends on our own effort and ingenuity.
It does. It encourages us to take ownership of our lives.
It's about recognizing that even with the best tools, we still need to put in the work.
Right.
Action is essential to achieve those desired outcomes.
Exactly.
It makes me think about those times when I've focused too much on what I lacked instead of appreciating the resources and opportunities that I did have.
It's easy to fall into that trap.
It is, especially in a world that's constantly telling us we need more.
Right. We're bombarded with messages of scarcity.
And that leads to the proverb. A happy man marries the woman he loves. A happier man loves the woman he marries.
Ah, yes. That speaks to the power of perspective.
It does, doesn't it?
It's about choosing to find happiness in our current circumstances.
It's a great reminder that contentment isn't about achieving some perfect ideal,
No.
but about appreciating and nurturing what we already have.
Exactly. It's about focusing on the
About
good.
cultivating that sense of gratitude.
Absolutely. And it's a practice. It's something we have to cultivate.
What are some things in your own life that bring you a sense of joy and contentment?
Well, spending time with my family, connecting with nature.
Yeah.
Those are the things that truly nourish my soul.
Those are beautiful examples, and they lead us to a final theme that's deeply personal and profound.
Okay.
Embracing identity and heritage.
Ah, yes. That's at the core of who we are.
The proverb, he who does not know where he came from will not know where he's going, emphasizes the importance of understanding our roots.
It does. It suggests that our past shapes our present and influences our future.
By connecting with our heritage, we gain a deeper sense of belonging and purpose.
Absolutely. It's about acknowledging the legacy that has been passed down to us.
And honoring the experiences of those who came before us.
Right. Recognizing that our individual stories are part of a larger human narrative.
It makes me think about the proverb, wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it.
Oh, I love that one.
It's a reminder that we can learn so much from each other.
Yes, from different cultures, perspectives, ways of life.
By embracing this diversity, we enrich our understanding of the world.
Exactly, and we create a more vibrant and interconnected society.
As we delve deeper into this treasure trove of wisdom, it's been a truly inspiring journey exploring these nuggets of wisdom together.
I agree.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes, thank you.
We hope you found these insights as enriching and thought-provoking as we have.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep seeking wisdom
Keep asking questions.
and keep diving deep into the world around you.
See you next time.